Hi, this is Matthew. Just going to try to do a quick video here. I've had some kind of allergies or congestion or something all weekend since Friday. It's now Tuesday when I'm making this. And I haven't had any power at the house since Sunday. I had a bunch of weather go through and I haven't slept much. I'm going to try to do one here about a brief show called Sue Thomas F.B.Eye, but F and B are like the acronym FBI, but the I is EYE for some reason, even though the show has nothing to do with blindness or being able to see or anything like that. But that's how the show is written. I do not know why. It's weird. I'm not sure. But it was a show. It was on the PAX TV network from 2002 in October to May of 2005. Only had 3 seasons, 56 episodes. The only reason they ended it was because PAX saw a random video on this on YouTube looking for something else, and you know how YouTube is with their algorithm. They just decide, oh, you might want to see that, and it was interesting. Not what I was looking for, but I watched it anyway. They had a lot of financial troubles, and they just never got off the ground. For whatever reason, it didn't work out for them, and they became what's now Ion, and they have a few channels now over the air. Now we only have Plus. I guess we do have both. Yeah, we do. Ion and Plus. YouTube TV I only have Ion right now. I guess Friendly has Plus also. But it is a show they had. The other show was Doc, that was also highly rated, with Billy Ray Cyrus. Had 5 seasons. I have not seen it, but I think if I were at PAX, I would have just hedged my bets on hedged my bets on these 2 shows, and said screw it to everything else I'd had. But I would have kept them, just filled in where I needed to with other people's stuff. But if they're doing well and they're highly rated, why would you end them? Yes, I know you want it in other programming, but if these are doing well for you, giving you viewers and everything, why in the world would you stop showing them and stop making them? I don't get it. You think you would just hedge your bets on both those shows doing well. But on with Sue Thomas again. She was based off a real woman, Sue Thomas. She did, in fact, work for the FBI, and she read lips, which helped with covert kind of high surveillance cases, which this show is based on. This woman, I think she died a few years ago. Not the actress, the woman. The actual Sue Thomas was quite a bit older. I don't know when this was supposed to be, when she actually served. I haven't really looked into her. But this Sue Thomas in the show is, 2002. I think from Massachusetts. She is supposed to be from there, I think. Played by a deaf woman who is deaf, but she, Deanne Bray, I think her name is, something like that. With screen readers, it's hard to tell with screen readers sometimes. I think it's Deanne Bray is her name. One of the more articulate deaf actresses I've ever seen. Really seems to have a lot of range of emotion and everything when she speaks. It's pretty easy to understand what she's saying, pretty much. I've heard some other deaf actors who don't do as quite a good a job. I'm not sure if she could hear a little bit. I'm not sure, but she is apparently deaf, from what I could gather about her. So that's correct. It's, of course, in the U.S., but yeah, like a lot of shows on small networks, it's filmed in Canada, and you can tell by their accents. Also, cool enough, I did a video on Murdoch Mysteries a while ago. Murdoch, aka Yannick Bisson, I think is how you pronounce his last name, is in this show too. So he went from this show and waited a couple years. Murdoch Mysteries premiered in 2008, so he must have done some other things in between, but he went, So this is a slightly younger version of Murdoch. But of course, his name is Jack Hudson. He's an FBI agent in the show. I was like, oh, I know you. How cool is this? I had no idea before I watched it who was in it. I just kept seeing it everywhere. Kept hearing about it. I just kept seeing it listed places and on things. I'm like, what the heck is this show? All right, it's everywhere. I should see what the show is. So that's kind of why I started to watch it. Yeah, it's basically her. She has a hearing dog named Levi. Apparently, the real Sue Thomas had a dog named Levi at one point. I don't know when, but that is correct. And she, gets in there. There's some hesitancy from people. Her parents always wanted to make sure she could fend for herself and get what she needed and stuff like that. So her mom especially. Different things like that. Getting different accommodations, and there's one guy at the FBI who was not thrilled with her being there at first and tries to get her fired and all that, but he's okay with her now. I'm on episode, getting ready to start episode 12 of season 1. I haven't gotten very far, but I do enjoy it. The cases really are kind of secondary just to her interacting with the agency and people and just her life. To me, it's far more interesting than the actual cases. Some of them are interesting cases, but it's more of like what she's doing. When I read about it, oh, well, this could be very interesting. It's more about like how she interacts with things and her and Levi doing stuff and her acceptance in the agency, just in life in general. Anybody with a disability has to deal with. Fairly okay. I don't know how the deaf thing is being done. I'm not deaf, but she does read lips for people. She does also sign, of course. I know there's one episode there was a deaf person, but she's speaking, I guess, just for the benefit of the interview recording and such, but she's also signing to the guy at the same time. That's kind of cool. A lot of, that going on in this. So, yeah, it's a neat show. I have not seen it all, as I said. I've enjoyed it. You think it would have been on something like CBS or something, just by the way it seems like to me, it seems like it's very well produced. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm enjoying it so far. Just, as I said, the cases being secondary, but more in line with just her in daily life. And one of the people in the agency she's staying with, there's also an Australian guy in the show, which is kind of interesting. Lots of interesting, a few little agency characters and stuff, but so we'll get too much into that in case you do want to watch it, or maybe you're watching it like I am and you're not very far in. Yeah, but it is good. I know it's on, I think Ion Plus is showing it over the air. Start TV is over the air showing it. Couple of free options. This thing is everywhere. I know it's on like Pluto and I think Tubi TV. Those are free. Plex is free. It's on Prime. It's on the Hallmark Plus where I'm watching it. Up Faith in the Family, that subscription service also has it. I know BYU TV did have it. The Mormon Network. I don't think they still do. I don't know if you can still watch it on there. I don't think you can. Dove Channel has it. You can watch the channel live for free. They have a subscription service as well, but it is also on there. I do have the app. I know that channel is free. I decided to watch it one Sunday. Just watch the channel. It just happened to be on. Look, to me on there, they seem to take a lot of commercial breaks randomly that didn't fit where the Hallmark Plus ones are. Well, I mean, as far as the fades to black and when it goes back, they just seem to be taking a lot of random breaks for some reason. I'm not sure why, but they were. Yeah, I'm watching on Hallmark Plus. Guess for my mom to watch some Christmas things and other things that she might miss, but Then I saw Dr. Quinn and started watching that because that was a good show back in the day that I watched some of, and always liked the historical, frontier stuff in it, and just how she dealt with being a doctor in the 1870s as a woman, and all the other things that were happening in that time. But then I started. This was on there too. Like, well, I'll watch it also. So I did, and watched the big 2-hour pilot, and I've enjoyed it since. So I'm watching Sue Thomas on there too. So, at least I'm assuming it's a PAX thing, but it's in mono on Hallmark Plus. I don't know why. In season 1 it is anyway, and you definitely hear the tape hiss, which is kind of cool. The video tape hiss is definitely present, like when it starts and comes back from the theme tune. I lost her name. It's called Who I Am. It's a very catchy kind of very early 2000s country song, sung by a woman. I've forgotten her name now, but it's called Who I Am. Let me see if I can find it really fast. I had it in my head and I had forgotten all about it. Let me double check really quick. I can type though. I never can remember her name for whatever reason. I looked at it just a little bit ago. I was trying to get it in my head and it didn't work for some reason. Let's see if I can find her. It is. I keep meaning to go look it up. Yes, Jessica Andrews. It's called Who I Am by Jessica Andrews. That's who it is. I don't know what else she did, but I do like this. It's kind of catchy, a little tune. Closing credits is just this kind of piano, kind of piano-y, soft kind of little tune for the credits. Slower tempo, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit than the other one. Yeah, I do like the song "Who I Am" by Jessica Andrews. Also, I may have to go see if it's available. And it looks like it's on YouTube, if nothing else. Yeah, but I like the show. It's very interesting. Obviously, it's on a Christian network, so there's no language per se, which is interesting. Because I noticed on one other show, something I was watching, they were definitely editing some content, but it's the only place I could find that really you could watch it without buying it. I don't think you could actually purchase Sue Thomas, at least digitally. There were some DVD sets back in the day you might be able to find on eBay or Amazon or anywhere that has used DVDs and CDs and such. And I don't know if there was ever a Blu-ray of it, but you might be able to find it that way. But it's definitely on some things like Freevee has it for free, and it's on Plex and I think Tubi and Pluto and over-the-air antenna networks like Start TV, Ion Plus. I think maybe some other ones I'm not thinking of right now. There are some options. Just kind of search it and you'll be able to find it somewhere to watch. It's, I think, pretty interesting show. I think 19 episodes a season. It seems like. Yeah, but I'm enjoying Sue Thomas and her exploits and just her daily life as a deaf woman in the early 2000s. I don't know how long she served in the real FBI. She did die a few years back. I looked that up once. Actually, I think you can Google Sue Thomas F.B.Eye, and it will just somewhere in there. There's an article about the actual woman. I think I've ever read it. I think I glanced at it once, but maybe some other books, other things by her about maybe about this. You might be able to go a Google search or a search of her for whatever you search with. I don't know. I mean, it might take you on a journey. You never know. But yeah, I bet she was an interesting lady. The real Sue Thomas, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm enjoying the show at least. and I'll keep watching it probably till it's ending. Apparently it ends with the end for now, but it didn't get picked up anywhere, unfortunately. Yeah, I think PAX should have just had kept it and Doc, since they were the two highest rated shows on there, and made them till they were done. And yeah, but they didn't. I forget when they ended, but several years after this, they ended. But yeah, they stopped all programming that was original, and I don't really know why, because those shows were doing so well for them. This had 3 seasons, Doc had 5. You know, why not keep them going? But, you know, I know he always had trouble getting this thing off the ground anyway, apparently. I think his name was like Phil Paxson or something. But yeah, it is out there places. Have to go look for it, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as I did. Let me know in the comments if you did, or what your impressions of it were. Sorry for the coughing as my whatever kicks in, allergies or whatever the heck these are. But yeah, definitely give it a look. Hope you'll enjoy it. If you're deaf, how is the deaf portrayal? Since I'm not deaf, I don't know. I can't. It's not described, so I don't know what's going on. Let me know how that's. Is that pretty close? Is it okay? Is it not good? I mean, I don't know because I'm not deaf, so definitely curious to know how that is working. But I mean, hopefully as a deaf person, the actress, hopefully she would have some input. I know Sue Thomas, the actual Sue Thomas, was a consultant on here, so I don't know how much they listen to consultants, but she at least tried, as it were, to get it accurate. I hope it got close. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy Sue Thomas F.B.Eye. Sue Thomas F.B.Eye, like your eye. But I think either way it should pull it up. Even if you did just put FBI like the acronym. But yeah, give it a look, and I will see you guys in another video.